Good afternoon Twitch and hello YouTube. Welcome back to a brand new live stream today, and we are doing something a little bit different. As a few of you may know, I've currently got a series going on, more of a video series and a stream series, where I try and compare the best and worst recipes in Satisfactory 1.0. I'm sure a lot of you would have seen that series. Regardless, there are a couple recipes in that series which I really want to try and tackle, and those are the Phase 5 space elevator parts. The only problem with them though is that they essentially consume every single item in the game at one point or another. Despite saying that though, I do want to try and calculate one of them today, which is the Biochemical Sculptor, which I'm very excited about because I've been wanting to do this for a while. However, I've actually changed quite a lot of my recipes since starting my best recipe series. Not only is it a great way to help other people find the best recipes, but it also helps me out as well, so I suppose that's pretty cool. Welcome to Tank096, hope that you're doing good. Welcome JF, yeah, you're the first one here today, JF. Hope that you're doing well. Well, according to one of my chats says that you're the second one here. And the other one, no, wait, no. No, you are the first one, I think, yeah. I think so. But regardless, hope that you're both doing good today. Let me show you what I've been working on a little bit behind the scenes. It'll probably help if I do this though. There you go. So essentially, this is it. I'll zoom in a little bit as well to make it a bit easier. I've been comparing every single item in the game, every single recipe, and then trying to find the resources that it requires, as well as things like, is it a basic or alternate recipe? If it is an alternate recipe, what's it called? For example, for iron ingots, we are using an alternate recipe, and that's called pure iron ingots. And the resources that then consumes is iron ore and the water. And the reason why I do this is actually rather simple. It means that I can try and compare what resources one recipe may use to see if I can fit a few of these recipes into the same factory. For example, if I was to put my iron ingot factory with my heavy ore residue factory, that would make no sense, since we can see here that our heavy ore residue only consumes crude oil, whereas our iron ingots consumes water and iron. So none of the things here align. Whereas, for example, these things down here, which you should be able to see, yeah, you can, lovely. Iron rods, screws, iron plates, and reinforced iron plates. All 4 of these things only consume iron ore and water, so it's a lot easier to put them into the same factory. We can also see that steel pipe, using a bunch of alt recipes, consumes the exact same, as well of course as our iron ingots as well. And can we try and spot anything else? I mean, nitric acid almost, but that of course does consume nitrogen there as well. I'm sure when we scroll down, there we go. Wire and cable using some alt recipes only consumes iron and water, and rotors and stators as well. And we also seem to have modular frames. So just by laying out my recipes like this, I can see that iron ingots, iron rods, screws, iron plates, reinforced iron plates, steel pipes, modular frames, rotors, stators, wire, and cable all consume just iron, ore, and water. This way, I now know I can put all of these in the exact same factory with one another, and I don't have to get coal, bauxite, limestone, nitrogen, or anything else involved. And in case you're wondering what the colours mean, I have got this copied and pasted throughout here as well. So that's the first thing I've been working on. I've done a couple of those things in the past, but like I've said, since doing my best recipes series, I've actually changed a few of my recipes around, so that's the reason why I've essentially started over with that, because a lot of my recipes have indeed changed. The second thing I want to try and show you guys today is this. It's the Miro app, which I use quite a lot. In fact, for every single one of my best recipe videos, this is the website that I use. It's free. I'm not sponsored by them. It's just a good website, so I would recommend it because it's pretty good. And this is what it is right here. Again, if you have seen my previous videos, you would know what this already is, where we've calculated a bunch of different recipes: supercomputers, heavy modular frames, ionized fuel, computers, steel, aluminium, radio control units, and we are trying to do some turbo motors, but this is taking me quite a long time. Yeah, GF, it's quite an intense spreadsheet, but I absolutely love it though. It's got everything I need and more, which is fantastic. And this is what we're trying to work on today, the Biochemical Sculptor. It might already look like I've done... I'm dying. I've got a cold, by the way. I'm sorry. It might look like I've done a pretty good amount of work, but unfortunately, like I've stated, a lot of my recipes have now changed. For example, I no longer use this for my steel pipes. I no longer use this for my stators. I no longer use this for my cable. So, I'm going to be starting fresh today, which might sound quite intense, and that's because it is. Because making these biochemical sculptors is rather intense. Let me get my webcam back on screen now, because I luckily can. Hi, it's me. Let's just get straight into our creative world for a sec. Get the screen back to normal as well. Oh, I've gone. Hi, I'm back. Wow. So the way this is going to work is extremely simple. I keep saying the phrase extremely simple and it never ends up being. Why am I running? I am mid-air and I'm in the running animation. Okay. Stop. Thank you. If I just search up a biochemical sculptor, luckily, thank the heavens above, there's only one recipe for this thing, and this looks really simple. Like, the only thing that you need is assembly director systems, fixits, trigons, and water. That is because, in my opinion, it's the easiest out of the new Phase 5 pieces, but it's still rather difficult though, because again, you need assembly director systems. When we have a look at this thing, it's like, okay, you also need adaptive control units and supercomputers. Then you click on this thing, and it's like, oh wow, you need all this stuff as well. So again, this is probably the easiest out of all the Phase 5 stuff, but it's still not easy. So I want to try and calculate this today, see how it's going to go, and hopefully it will all be a great success. The odds of me being able to do this entire thing on one stream, by the way, is pretty unlikely. I hope I can get through a decent chunk, but we're going to see how things go. I'll also then be calculating AI expansion servers, which are extremely important, and the ballistic warp drive. This thing is mental. If you've had to construct this thing in your game already, you would know, but this thing is nuts. It's not as bad when you've already got all 4 of these things being made, but when you haven't got anything being made and this is what you're working towards, it is insane. Not to mention, of course, Fixonium and Fixonium fuel rods. I have made a video on how to make this, but I haven't done like an exact amount analysis. So I'll be doing that one day as well. This is all just the fixes, not Fixma stuff. I don't really care too much about that. I still don't think dissolved silica is even worth it, if I'm honest. I'm really not sure about it, but let's see though. Let's see. I might change my mind eventually. Of course, we've got the Neuro Quantum Processor, but this thing is then used for the AI expansion server. We've also got something else, don't we? Where is it? It's to do with the, what's it called? The power thing, the power augmenter. No idea what it's even called. I think you can make it in here though, can't you? I can just find the name of it. There we go, the Alien Power Matrix. Again, this thing is nuts as well. You need SAM fluctuators, which isn't too bad to make if you have a quick look at the things needed here. And the good part is, to make this SAM fluctuator, in theory, the only thing you need is iron and SAM, which might be a bit weird because it looks like you need copper as well and coal. But if you use the iron wire, that just requires iron. And if you use the iron steel pipes, then you only need iron for that. And water if you want to use the pure iron ingot recipe. So that's actually very, very simple. Power shards, of course, you'll be wanting to make synthetic power shards for this, which is crazy. It's not fun, but it's not as bad. If you have a quick look at the power shards here, or synthetic power shards. Are we not? If I do this then. There we go. So Time Crystals requires diamonds, not too bad. Dark Matter Crystals, if you saw my best recipe video, it requires SAM and diamonds, unless you use that middle recipe, which just requires SAM, and quite a lot of it. Quartz Crystals, yep. And Excited Matter you can get for free using the converter, which is absolutely fantastic. As you can see, it requires absolutely nothing other than power. Which if I very quickly do this, we can see it consumes roughly 776 megawatts worth of power there, just to make a bit of excited photonic matter, which is pretty nuts. But there you go. You heard the Alien Power Matrix requires an obscene amount of power? Yeah, it does, which is why I'm sort of contemplating, is it even worth doing? I'm sure it is. What's the exact definition of this thing? enhance the output, yeah, of the alien power augmenter, which is this thing right here. But by how much? A bit of lore underneath that as well, doesn't really explain too much. Because you put it into there, and it takes 5 per minute, so it's not like you put 1 into here and that's it. You never have to worry about that ever again. No, it takes 5 per minute. But I feel like this has to like massively help with the alien power augmenter and power in general, just to make it remotely worth it in regards of power consumption, resource consumption, and other things along the lines there as well. So yeah, regardless, let's actually start the main part of today's live stream, which again is the Biochemical Sculptor. So my computer recipe. I don't mind this recipe. The only bad thing about it, though, is that it consumes quite a bit of raw quartz. Although, not much. But for my actual computer recipe, if you have a quick look over here, you can't actually see it, I don't think. The webcam's in the way. Oh no, there it is. So I'm using the Caterium computer, which uses crude oil, Caterium, copper, raw quartz, and water, which isn't fantastic. In fact, I can probably show you here a bit better, can't I? This recipe. I think this would be good. Welcome, Cody, by the way. Hope that you're doing well. Good to have you tuning in. Yeah, this is the easiest piece, I believe, out of the Phase 5 pieces. Yeah. It's not easy, but it's the easiest, which is nuts. It's 15 superpositions a minute. Yeah, that's not going to be fun to do, is it? Handcraft it? You could handcraft them. Wait, can you actually? I know that you can craft some things. Not everything, though. So you can't craft the superposition oscillators. You can only do that in the quantum encoder, which takes quite a lot of power and, again, takes quite a lot of resources. There it is. And we need, what, 15? You can't even make 15 here, so you need 3 of these things. That's a lot of power being consumed. You do get a good amount of dark matter residue, which is fantastic as a byproduct. You could then make, for example, what was it? It was over here, wasn't it? Where is it? This. So in theory, what you could do is then turn all of your dark matter residue into dark matter crystals, and then sink your dark matter crystals if you really want to. And I'm sure they probably sink for a good amount of points as well. Dark matter crystal Satisfactory. Wow, 1,780. That doesn't feel dreadful. If I was to compare that to the adaptive control unit, what does that sink for? Oh, that sinks for 76,000. Okay, so that's actually terrible in comparison to that. Right, how about if I was to compare it to a computer? Really? Oh, that's dreadful. So a computer sinks for 8,000 points, but the dark matter crystal only sinks for 1,800? That's dreadful. I thought that would be like a very good way to get coupons, but no, that is absolutely abysmal, so don't even bother doing that. So I recommend then just using your dark matter crystals for something else, because that really is just not worth it, that. Okay, regardless, going back to this thing here, though. So you're gonna have to go, no matter what. I know how sad. You can stay, because you have to. And no matter what, we are going to need 0.5 adaptive control units, because I don't believe there's an alt recipe to make the assembly director systems. So that probably has to stay. A weapons factory. No. I refuse. Not for this stage of the game, at least. Eventually. I'll zoom in here a little bit as well. There we go. Perfect. There we go. So this can stay. But my adaptive control unit recipe, that's probably going to end up changing. Well, of course we have to keep it like this. But for automated wiring, for example, I'm definitely going to stick to this recipe, but both of these are going to end up changing. When it comes to circuit boards, I'm most likely going to keep it the same. I'm probably going to stick with the copper sheets and silica. Heavy modular frames, I'm going to keep as well, but I'm changing a couple of those alt recipes. And for computers, this is, again, most likely going to end up changing. It does mean that I'm going to have to end up consuming more crude oil, but the reason why I'm actually okay with that is because I've done a bunch of, like, pre-world calculations, and I'm completely fine with using more crude oil. Because we've got a bunch of fuel left over, and a bunch of regular crude oil. I can then turn some of that crude oil into plastic, combine that plastic with my fuel, to then make a ton of extra rubber. I then combine the rubber with more fuel to create an absolute load of plastic, and we just keep repeating the process. So I'm okay with doing that then. So, right then. First of all, get rid of the colouring here, we just don't need this. Same with that there as well. Okay, so let's start then with our adaptive control unit recipe. We need 0.5. That will change. This... I don't see the point in changing this. This will be my next video, by the way, the circuit board video. I saw a few comments saying that people would like to see a video where I compare all the circuit board recipes, and I'm completely fine with doing that because there's a couple good ones in here. Like, for example, if you use the electrode circuit boards, you only have to consume crude oil, which is great. And if you use this recipe, you don't have to consume crude oil at all. So it really comes down to what you want. And there could be an argument for why I do want to use this. And it'd be quite a strong argument, to be fair. But I don't think I want to do that, though. No, I think I might just stick with a silicon circuit board, because the thing is, I'm going to be making a ton of silica, I'm going to be making an absolute ton of copper sheets, and I'm probably going to end up making a ton of circuit boards, so I might as well just stick with this. Use less quartz, you ran out of nodes on the map. Yeah, that is a problem that you might have, yeah. Of course, you could just use the converter, but do you want to be using all of that SAM? Yeah, I suppose it just comes down to that, doesn't it? But regardless, circuit boards I'll probably keep the same. When it comes to a heavy modular frame recipe, I want to keep it the same. But this... Ooh. That looks good to me. That's reinforced iron plates and iron rods for our modular frames. That looks good. Oh no, I actually changed it, didn't I? Because this ends up consuming 191 iron ore. And this one ends up consuming 240. So I actually say, like, this is one of the reasons why I love this series. If I didn't do this series, I never would have figured out that this recipe is secretly overpowered. So again, that recipe is going to change as well then. Where's that then? So you're going to go... You're completely wrong. This is fine. I really still end up enjoying this encased industrial beam recipe. Yeah, all of this looks completely fine to me, so that's going to stay. Yeah, that's good. Wait, we're using concrete for the steel pipes, concrete for the encased industrial beam, then concrete for the heavy modular frames, bro. You're going as well. So yeah, we are essentially making a lot of this all over again, which is completely fine. Let's start though with our 0.5 adaptive control units and our 1 computer per minute, which should be nice and simple to try and calculate here. I've already done the maths for 5 of them, just divide everything here by 5 and there you go. Welcome to Lolo King, good to have you here, man. Welcome. What I want for Christmas is Ada to be less me. Yeah, Ada is a Christmas bully. Ada's the Grinch of Satisfactory, 100%. Okay, am I sure this is the recipe I want to try and go with? Rubber, that's fine. In fact... Yeah. Okay. Well, that saves me some crude oil at least. But yeah, I'm quite happy with this recipe. And in case you're wondering, I'm going to be calculating one of all of the final space elevator parts. I'm then going to add up all the resources, then times it to try and see how many of these things I can actually make. For example, let's say in all of these recipes, in all 4 of the space elevator parts, I end up consuming 3,000 raw quartz. And for an example, let's say, there's 9,000 raw quartz in the game. It means that the maximum amount of parts I can make is 3 per minute. Or 3 of whatever I calculated. It makes it a lot easier. Okay, divide everything here by 5, not too bad. So you're going to be 6. 3. Ooh. Calculator. 4.5. I should have probably known that. Oh well. This is not a math exam, I can use a calculator. That there as well. 7.5 divided by 5. Okay, I can probably try and do this. Like 1.25 maybe? 7.5 divided by 5. Oh, 1.5, damn it. Water's going to be 3 there as well. That's just going to go into here. And 3.75 divided by 5. I mean, what is even the... Like, polymer resin in some of these recipes are so useless. And that's kind of my fault, but in a good way. Because this recipe makes the best amount of heavy oil residue for my crude oil consumption, rather than wasting it on polymer resin. So I'm actually kind of fine with that, if I'm honest. 3.75. No, that's an 8th. Divided by 5. 0.75, okay. Yeah. So you make 0.75 polymer resin per minute, bruh. That's mad. You love the encased industrial pipe? Absolutely. I think a lot of people don't quite understand how good that recipe is. Especially because when 1.0 got released, Snuts... This is all Snuts' fault. How dare you, Snut? No, I'm joking. But they were essentially saying that they've changed the encased industrial beam recipe to make it cheaper in regards of steel beams. So a lot of people clearly thought, well, okay, then they're making it cheaper, so it's clearly better now. Nope. It's still worse than the encased industrial pipe recipe. Even though they made it better, it's still worse. The encased industrial pipe recipe is just the best recipe for encased industrial beams. It's fantastic. Okay, so I think this is all done. I believe. 70 divided by 5. A part of me saying 14. I'm pretty sure it is 14, but I do want to double check. I want to get these things wrong. Okay, that's good. 14 divided by 5. 2.8. Wow. Okay. Then do 20. No. 28 divided by 5. Which is 5.6. Okay. I'll do 6 though. And the reason why I'm going to round that up a little bit is because I'd rather have an overestimate than an underestimate. Because the last thing I want is to do all my final calculations and all that sort of stuff, but then realize that I thought I needed 1,000 Caterium, but I actually need 1,100. I'd rather than overcalculate to 1,200, if that makes sense. Because it's just easier for me that way, at least. Okay, 44 divided... Okay, let's just go 9, honestly. That's good enough. There we go, 9 there as well. Oh, and 9 down there. Oh, and 9 over here as well. Oh, damn. Okay, this one's a bit more tricky. 26.4 divided by 5. Okay, 5.28. We'll go 6. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually okay with that. Okay. Then have to do 17.6 divided by 5. That's times. 3.6, we'll go 4. Water is 12, divide that by 5, we're going to go with like 2.2, we'll just go with 2.5. Okay, fantastic, that is our computer recipe done. And these are all the resources I need for 1 computer per minute, which honestly is not too bad. 6 rubber, essentially nothing. 14 quick wire, again nothing really. 4 circuit boards, which is like 4 copper, a bit of raw quartz in there as well. Not too bad, in my opinion, at least. I'll take that. I do want to nudge you over a little bit, though. Perfect. Circuit boards, you should be fine. I do want to double check, though. Where do I make you again? The manufacturer. Yeah, that's the one. Adaptive control units 0.5. So yeah, I want one computer. That's okay. 2.5 circuit boards. Yep. 0.5 heavy modular frames. And 2.5 automated wiring. Fantastic. So circuit boards there shouldn't change. This is exactly what I should need for it. But I do want to double check though. There we go. The PC's bad for Satisfactory? Yeah, honestly, I can relate. I can run the game fine when it's a smaller factory or on low graphics. Anything above, like, medium, especially in things like a waterfall, for example, then I severely do struggle. Even for, like, a medium-sized factory. Because all I've really built so far is a rocket fuel factory, my starter factory. And my PC's already kind of struggling, which is not great, obviously. 2.5. Okay, yeah, so all the maths there is completely fine. Now we have to do our heavy modular frames. Well, yeah, I suppose heavy modular frames, but then our modular frame parts. Where we need... Oh, that's such a bad number. Ah, man. 1.34. Okay, well, let's try and figure out what we can try and do here, then. Because I believe that you lot are located... There? No. Found you earlier. There. So this is the exact recipe I want to try and use. So what I'm going to have to do here is divide everything here by 10, then times it by 1.34. I feel so out of breath. Oh my days. That's the worst thing about having a cold for me, is that whenever I have a cold, I struggle to breathe, which is quite annoying. So I'm taking like really deep breaths just to try and be able just to talk, which is not very fun. Oh well. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. I was wondering what was going on there. That's better. So we have to do 6.7 divided by 10, which is 0.67 times by 1.34. What are these numbers? And that's roughly 0.9 reinforced iron plates. Okay. Well, the exact number is 0.8978. However, I am not going to be making 0.8978 reinforced iron plates because my sanity will dive bomb, and I don't particularly want it to do that. In fact, it might even be easier just... I mean, like, I might as well. Steel pipes, let's see what we've got going on over here. And welcome, Steve Stark, hope that you're doing good. Having a cold as well. Yeah, it's that time of year, isn't it? Because the thing is, other people have colds. You then meet those people. You then get a cold. Then everyone you then know has a cold. It's just... Oh, it's a nightmare. Times by 1.34. So that leaves us with roughly 4.674 steel pipes. But I'll be kind of okay to go with 5, if I'm honest. Okay, this calculation will be 10 times easier now. Hopefully. Because all we're doing is 1 reinforced iron plate. And 5 steel pipes. Okay. That definitely feels a lot easier. So for that, I can come back down to this. Grab you. Because you're 10 per minute. So essentially just copy and paste this and add a dot there in the middle. A decimal point, if you want to be exact. Well, I should probably be exact, shouldn't I? Oh well. Rid of all of that. Okay, so... Yeah, I'll just do that. Okay. Nice and simple stuff there. I mean, if we can make it easy for ourselves, we might as well. No. It is a slight over-calculation, but again, I'm actually completely fine with that. 5 steel pipes per minute. I will do this very quickly over here. I believe I'm making you in... Actually, where am I even making my steel pipes? Part of me says here, but I don't know. No, that's for the molded steel pipe. So is it in the smelter? No, it can't be. No. Constructor then, right? Surely. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna need 5 of these things, which is 20 iron ingots or 20 iron ore. Okay. Actually, it's not. Because I forgot, for these bigger projects, I'm doing this. Okay. So in total, when I add all 3 of these combined, I'm consuming 20, 23.8, 28.9 iron ingots. Let's go 29. Which is roughly 16 iron ore and 9 water. Okay. So I get rid of that. I'll then move you 2 down over here. I'll then combine... how am I going to do this, actually? I'll do this. So again, we're making roughly 29 of you lots. Let's get rid of that and get rid of that. I'll then add you there. But no. There. There. Maybe you don't cut through that, though. Cheers. And that's where they're going to add in the water and the iron ore. Okay. That makes things a bit easier to view as well, which I'll definitely take. And it was roughly 16 iron ore. Although I'm sure if you were to do like the exact number, it would be like 15 probably. But 1 iron ore in the difference, not massive. What program am I using? It's called Miro. It's free and it's very freaking good. It's very easy to learn as well. It's not too bad at all. You just select some things, select some shapes, draw it out, and there you go. A text box. Yeah, it's very, very good to use. Not sponsored, I just like the product. There we go. That's how we will be making our 1.34 modular frames per minute. And I believe that's all correct. I will double check again as of right now. Why are you... Thank you. Where are we even making our modular frames? It must be in here, right? Surely. No. Then... Am I making this thing in the manufacturer? I can't be. Assembler, assembler... Assembler. Oh, it's not called modular frame. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yep, that really confused me there for a minute. There we go, okay. And this is the one that we're using. We rounded that up from 0.893 to 1, which I think is fair enough, then 4.4 to 5. Yeah. Fantastic. Now we need... Oh, we actually need 6 steel pipes for this next part of the recipe, which luckily we can kind of already do the calculation here, which is quite nice. In fact, I might as well do this. There we go. So I'm guessing it's... What? 4 iron ingots to make 1 steel pipe. Let's just make sure that's correct before we continue. Yeah, it's a 4-to-1 ratio, which is not great, but it's not terrible. We'll take it. Which means that for you, we have to do 24 iron ingots. Going into, because I have to add the water here as well. Going into what? Water. I have such terrible jokes. It's actually like rather frightening how bad they are. Let's see. Wait, how is it 24? Wow, so 1 reinforced iron plate only consumes 9 iron ore. Ingots even. That can't be right. I don't trust that. No. So 6.7 wire. We're using iron wire. Need 6.7. It's actually less. It's actually 3.35, and I've rounded up to 3.8. Damn. Okay. Fair enough. That is actually right. Wow. What a good recipe. You know, it's a good recipe when it almost feels wrong. But no, it's definitely not wrong. Mad. Okay, so we're using about 13 iron ore here. And we'll go 7.5 water. Or 7.4. I want to try and be a bit more accurate here, actually. There we go. Okay, next recipe, we've got the encased industrial beam. Oh, right. Okay, so my steel pipe recipe is actually different now. Right. Okay. Like, look at this, though, right? This is my original steel pipe recipe where I'm using iron, water, coal, and limestone just to make steel pipes. Yet now I am using iron and water. It's easier. Yes, you are going to be consuming quite a lot more iron. Like right here we're consuming 3.6. Eventually it's going to be like 20... 40? Maybe 40 iron ingots. Which is still like, it's not great, but at least now you're not using limestone or coal, which I think is decent. And obviously it makes it easier as well, right? So I'll copy and paste this across again. In fact, this is actually a bit easier. It's kind of mad, like, how many steel pipes I need for this recipe. Wow. We need steel pipes for the automated wiring, steel pipes for the encased industrial beam, steel pipes for the heavy modular frames, and then steel pipes for the modular frame. I seem to love steel pipes, apparently. Sure. I had no idea it was this much. Oh well. Line you up again. So we're going to change you to 40 iron ingots per minute, which is not fantastic, but is it the end of the world? No. For iron ore, it's roughly 22. And for water, it's roughly 12.5. There we go. Concrete recipe is completely fine. It's a pretty good recipe. Okay. Now we move over to the more difficult sort of stuff. I have to do a deep dive on Myro after that. That's alright, man. Yeah, hopefully you'll end up liking it, because I think it's generally pretty good. If it wasn't good, I wouldn't have spent like 100 hours in it. So, yeah, it's not too bad. You can also download it on your phone as well, which is really good. Because when I was unable to use my PC, I was able to do a bunch of like calculations on my mobile. And when I came back and logged into my PC, it was all here. I had to like reorganize some things around because obviously on PC it's a lot easier to do. But no, it still works really well. 5 steel pipes. So this is the maths that I need for you then. It's 20 iron ingots. That's not too bad actually. We can do that. In fact, if I do this, then just half it. There we go. 6.2. Love that. Although you're not aligned, which I don't love. There we go. That's good enough. Stators. Yes, I've changed my stator recipe as well, haven't I? What are you now? Oh yeah, we've done that, haven't we? Okay. And I don't actually know if I've made a video talking about this, so I might have to do these calculations myself here. Which is okay. I don't mind doing a bit of maths. So let's do that now then. So I will be using this version of the stator, because if I do this, I can just consume iron, which I know you might be looking at the ingredients like, well, no you don't, you have to consume copper and coal. Not necessarily, because again, we're using steel pipes like I've just shown you, where we are using the 5 steel pipes per minute, which is ending up being 11 iron ore, which is not too bad. And then our 8 wire, I'll be using the iron wire, which, again, is nice and simple. Oh. But it seems like past me has actually done the maths wrong for this. I need 2.5 stators, but I've only calculated 5 steel pipes per minute. Interesting, so I would have actually been wrong there. Okay, well luckily I saw that. Okay, this part's fine. Okay. Interesting, so yeah, luckily we did actually see that there. No, wrong one. Damn it! There we go. So we need 7.5 steel pipes per minute, not 5. So how's that going to affect the maths then? That's 30. 16.5. And, ooh, 9.1. 9 points for Gryffindor. There you go. The other thing that we then need is 20 wire. Okay, that's, well, fairly self-explanatory, luckily. Where can I find that? Have I done that calculation already? I don't think so. Also, how many times am I going to say the word calculation? For like 100,000? I don't think I have. It shouldn't be that difficult to do, though. The wire goes straight into iron ingots, and iron ingots goes into iron ore and water. Okay. So I'll probably just copy and paste this across. If I'm honest. If I'm honest. And do that. So you're then going to change to wire. We then need, again, 20 of you lot. I think then requires 10 iron ingots, right? I will double check, but I'm pretty sure that is correct. Wow, wait, oh, that's the wrong one. Ah, wait a minute. Okay, so it's not as good as I thought, I don't think. Wait. I was doing something that involved wire before. Bro. Okay, then that's still correct. Okay. That's good. Okay. Which means that 20 is still 10, right? No, it's 11 point... Okay. We'll go with 11.2. Still not too bad, though. I'll come back over here. I was already on the correct one. Whoopsie. There we go. Which is 6 iron ore, we'll say. And 3.5 water. This is what we're looking like so far. I've still got to do the cable, and that's it. Luckily, though, I can just copy and paste this over, because this is the exact same things I'll be using. Not resource, like the numbers are wrong, but the items are correct. After we do that, that is then our adaptive control units sorted, which is amazing. I can finally get that done and just be happy with that. We could then most probably move on to... Well, that's of course done already. Let's just do this. There we go. That's done. The Fix-It Trigon. I'll probably do that next. I think that'll be rather interesting to try and do. Of course, we haven't done yet. We have to do our 50 cable, which should require 25 wire. Again, I was on the right one. Nice. So 25 wire requires roughly 14 iron ingots. Okay. Not too bad. 14 iron ingots. Is 7.6 iron ore. and 4.3 water. And there we have it. Fantastic. That is our adaptive control units done. Which I'm quite happy with, I think. Is there anything I want to try and change here? I'm happy with this recipe. I think it'll be good. Okay. I do want to move you a bit closer together. There's no reason not to. Not fine distance-wise from there, that's okay. And you again can move, well, you two are miles apart. There we go. You then go there, you then come over here. A bit higher. There we go. And again, why are you so far apart? It's okay. It's not COVID anymore, you can be fine. Well, technically there is still COVID, but no one cares now. We've all stopped hoarding toilet paper. Fantastic. And the final thing I'll then do is grab you lots and then move you a bit closer. This makes it a bit easier to read for me personally. It's the only reason why I do that. Okay, let's get a frame down. Do a custom frame. Okay, that's fine. We'll move you there, then move you over there as well. Then send you to the back, which I think you already should be. There we go. I'll then change you to nothing. It's a bit easier that way. Okay. I can actually change the colour of this, but I don't particularly want... Oh, blimey, no. Stop. I can actually do that as well. Interesting. I don't want to. I never knew I could do that, though. Cool. Okay. Welcome, Jonathan. This app is called Myro. It's free. You can get it on PC and mobile, and it's really good. Not sponsored, just a good app. Okay, now everything that's like a raw resource, I then want to try and highlight here in different colors. Everything over there should be fine already. So we'll change the background to black. And change you to a thickness of 3. There we go. Now I want to try and add everything up resource-wise and see how many resources it's going to take to make 0.5 adaptive control units. Of course, if I want to make 1 adaptive control unit, I can just times everything by 2, and that won't be a problem. There we go. I can't type in that one, which is okay. What I can do though is this. If I get a shape, just draw it out to there, change the color of view a little bit, then the background can remain the same. Then place you over the top. I can indeed type on this. Well, I should be able to. Maybe if I do it before I add it to that. There we go. So we are using crude oil. Don't know why I made that a capital there. We're also using water, obviously, but I'll keep it to the end. Caterium ore. We're also using copper ore. Raw quartz. Iron, of course. Limestone. Oh, we are using a bit of limestone there towards the end. Okay. And of course, water. And for extra resources, we're actually making polymer resin. As a byproduct from all of this. 0.75, a completely useless number. But you know what? It's not about how useless it is. It's about... No, it's actually all about that. Have we got Times New Roman? Come on. Yes, my favorite font. I freaking love Times New Roman. Oh, I feel like I'm getting old. I like fonts. I used to like cars. Now I like text fonts. Oh, it's happening, chat. I'm gonna get grey hairs soon. Oh, it's all over. It's downhill from here. 4.5 crude oil. Okay. It's not too bad. Deuterium. How much deuterium are we consuming? 6. And I believe that's the only bit of deuterium I'm even using, right? Which, again, is that a lot? No. Honestly, it's actually pretty good. I'll most likely be ending up making my computers in a separate factory anyway, so that's actually fine. Copper, I can assume, is quite a lot. 4, 6.2. Don't tell me that's it. Really? Only 6.2 in the entire factory? I thought would be at least in like the double digits there. Raw quartz, I can't assume that much. 6, 9.3, and there should be nothing beyond that. No, okay. 9.3, we're gonna go with that. I think so. Yep. It's not a lot of resource. Well, no. It's a lot of different types of resources, but not a lot of resources. I forgot to do the per minutes. The amount of times I've forgotten to do this in videos, and I've only realized halfway through, so I've had to stop recording and add in the per minutes, is infuriating. Okay, iron is a lot. Okay, I know that for a fact. 16, 29, 41, 56.5, 61.5, 69.1. I believe that is 69.1. I will add it up in-game just very quickly. I don't want to be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's at least roughly right. 16 plus 13 plus 22 plus... Wait, did I forget? Oh, I think I must have forgotten something. I think I missed out something there, to be fair. It's lucky that I did this. I mean, I was actually off, to be fair. 73.5. And that should be correct now. What did I miss? 29. 30, 41. I was fine up until then. Oh. Okay. Yep, I know where I went wrong. 73.5. How would you look in bold, by the way? Not bad. I kind of prefer you not bold, though. Limestone, I think we're only using limestone twice throughout this entire process. 12.6. Okay. 18.2. That should be okay. 18.2. And water. Okay, well, water we definitely have to use the app here. 3 plus. Okay, so far so good. Let's go stream. Plus 6 plus 1.5 plus 9 plus 1.5 5.5 9. And in case you're wondering, yeah, this is going to be quite a lot of water, but I'm actually okay with that. Like, I do not mind consuming a lot of water here. It is quite a lot, though. Oh. There we go. 4.7. I think everything uses water, right? 9.1. 3.5. 4.3. And in total, that's 88.4 water per minute, which I'm pretty sure is like everything here combined, except for iron. Damn. So there you go. These are all the resources I need in order to make 0.5 adaptive control units. Times it by 2, and that's 1 adaptive control unit per minute. There we go. It's not too bad, though. I mean, iron's quite high. That's kind of to be expected, and that's the whole reason I did that. So that's completely fine. Everything else is very, very low. The one thing I was worried about was raw quartz, but that's not too bad. Everything else, again, is fairly decent. There we go. And I'll chuck that just in there like so. So I did say next I was going to try and tackle the Fixite Trigon. And the reason why I'm actually quite excited for this is because I have no clue what I'm doing. I don't know if this is going to be difficult or easy. Because to make the Fixite Trigons, you need Fixite ingots. I know that for a fact. But then to make the Fixite ingots, you could use one of 3 different things. Aluminium ingots, steel ingots, or iron ingots. And depending what you use, you get different ratios of Fixite ingots. For example, iron ingots converts the worst. Steel is mediocre, and then aluminum is by far the best. But it's also the most expensive to try and make. So it's like, well, where do you even make Trigons? I'm gonna guess it's the constructor. And I kind of hope it's the constructor. Oh, you can actually make quite a lot here. That's actually really good. You can make 30 per one. Wow. Wow. Okay, so I need 6.7, say, Fixite Trigons. Okay. Sorry, ingots. There we go. And to make these ingots, I think we make them... Is it in here? Must be. Yeah, that must be it there. Yeah, okay. Oh, it's Caterium. It's not steel, it's Caterium. Right. Okay, how many of my recipes are using Caterium? Which is... orange. Wait, what? I'm using Caterium to make Caterium ingots? No. I'm also using it for quick quiet. Yeah. And AI limiters. Yeah. Again, to be expected there. As well as, of course, computers and supercomputers. Right. Okay. Bad. And the thing is, though, calculating these Fixite Trigons is actually very annoying because essentially the only thing I'm going to use for it is whatever I've got left over. If I've got tons of iron or iron ingots left over, I'll use that. If I've got tons of Caterium, I'll use that. If I've got tons of aluminium, I'll use that. So it's kind of difficult to say what I'm going to actually be using. However, for this example, I'm just going to go with Caterium. How much of that do you even get in the world? Caterium, Satisfactory, GG, yep. You get 15,000. We're not going to use 15k. Especially considering this process only uses roughly 20 reanimated SAM and 27 Caterium. Okay, that's not too bad. I'll definitely take that. I'll also just steal, not steal, borrow these. Actually, no, not that. This. It's a bit easier that. Yeah, thank you very much, by the way, to everyone who's tuning in. Hope that everyone had a nice weekend. It's a couple days until Christmas. I probably should be wearing like a Christmas hat or something. I do apologize. I don't really feel festive spirits that much, which sounds like some sort of demon. But no, I don't really get into festive spirits. I don't know why. I don't celebrate... Well, I celebrate Christmas. But my version of celebrating Christmas is going to church and eating food, rather than going out and wearing Christmas decorations and hats and socks and all that. I suppose it's a bit more traditional, which I quite like. I mean, I would definitely describe myself as more of a traditional person. 26.8, that's not too bad. I mean, I don't mind dressing up occasionally. Like, if I'm going somewhere that is fancy dress, I will dress up. But the thing is, I don't go anywhere that is fancy dress because I don't like it. So, yeah. I'm not like the Grinch or anything, but I have my limits. That's for sure. Okay, so we've got our reanimated Sam, which requires literally just Sam, and that's going to be 80 Sam. So might as well just do that very quickly, actually. Here. It's like this. It's the same with Halloween. I don't bother with Halloween at all. I'm a bit older now, so that's probably the reason as to why. But even when I was younger, like I used to go to a couple houses trick or treating. I used to get like a Kit Kat if I was lucky, a couple dreadful sweets, and there you go. I'm done. I would never bother with face paint or anything. Saying that though, I am just a bit boring, so that's probably the reason as to why. Okay, Caterium ingots. I've already done something involving Caterium, haven't I, over here? There we go. But it's nice seeing other people happy about Christmas, though. Okay, I enjoy seeing other people happy. Then that makes me happy as well. As long as they don't, like, start to make stupid screeching noises. I can't stand screeching noises. Like when some people are very happy but they don't laugh, they just screech. Can't stand it. Maybe I am the Grinch, I don't know. 26.8 Caterium. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, I do love Christmas food though. I mean, I love food. I freaking love food. Which is weird because I'm actually rather skinny. In fact, I was so skinny that when I was in basic training, my corporal said to me, if you don't eat food, I'm gonna follow you around camp and literally force you to eat more food. Oh, great, thanks. So I ended up stuffing myself. I gained 15 kilos in 2 months. I don't know what that is in pounds, I'm sorry. Which is mad, because I was literally being forced to eat like 4 big meals a day. But when I came back from basic training, I was like, I am not doing that to myself ever again, because I feel like Peppa Pig as of right now. 54 Caterium, that's not too bad. And 54 water. Okay, I mean, not dreadful. I've seen worse. I have seen worse. Is that correct? I think that's right. That should be the same. Okay, it is the same. Yeah. So that's... Wait, is that it? I've just realised I spent so long yapping throughout that I completely forgot that I've just made my trigons. Okay, that's cool though. We got it out of the way with. So to make our 20 fixite trigons, we need 80 SAM, which feels quite a lot. We also need 54 Caterium and 54 water per minute, which I feel like is not a lot, considering you can get like 1,200 Caterium for a pure node. Which, in fact, if we actually double check the Satisfactory calculator thing, the map, let's have a quick gander. Don't know what accent that was supposed to be. At some of these resources here. Where's Caterium? There it is. Okay. So we're going to try and do the geyser mission. I'll do that one day. So the problem with Caterium, my main problem with it, is that it's very spread out. You got Caterium up there, then nothing near it, except for that one, which is nowhere near anything else. That one's a bit close to that one. But even these two, which I would say are probably the closest, right? Yeah, these two Caterium nodes are the closest together. and they're still 100 foundations away. Like, that is not close. That's almost 1,000 meters. So it's not close necessarily, but you have got quite a lot of it lying around, which is pretty decent. For example, this node up here, that's 1,200. There's also SAM nearby here as well. So in theory, I could turn that into many, many, many fixed height trigons. I can probably try and find it out. If I do, oh, thank you very much to, the great artist for the follow. Thank you very much. Over on Twitch. If I do 54 divided by 20, it then means I need 2.7 Caterium ore for one fixed height trigon. Okay. I then do 1,200 divided by 2.7, which means that I can make 444 fixed height trigons from one pure Caterium node when it's fully overclocked with a Mark III miner. SAM-wise, though, we need quite a lot of SAM, and we just haven't really got that nearby, but if SAM wasn't a problem, then yeah. I saw myself on YouTube. Oh, thank you very much, man. Thank you. Yeah, I've been really enjoying the YouTube vids. I'm also live on YouTube now as well, but I'm, again, also live on Twitch. I like being live on both. Yeah, the YouTube stuff's going surprisingly well, which is amazing to see. Okay. So we've done this now, which is great. I do want to try and box it, though. Preferably without all of this rubbish in it. I say rubbish, that's like a good hour's worth of calculations there, but oh well. All that useless maths. Get in there. Send it to the very back, obviously. Be gone. There we go. And then I will copy and paste this thing to here. Of course, I'll have to redo a few of these things there as well. So we're using SAM, Caterium, and water. Which is 80 SAM per minute. Again, not dreadful, not fantastic. Nope. I've been considering my Hogwarts Legacy playthrough off camera, by the way. It's really fun. It is really freaking fun. The biggest complaint I see about the game, though, is that the open world missions get quite repetitive. I can see that. I can already start to notice it. However, I'm still really enjoying doing them, so I haven't really noticed it being much of a problem just yet. It's just, I can see how it might be a problem later on. As of right now, the game is really freaking good. I'm very happy I picked it up for like, I think it was 18 bucks, which is okay. Add to dictionary. There we go. And we are making 20 of you per minute. Just chuck you in there. And of course, for our water, there is no point me decorating this. It's 5 water per minute. The next thing that we then have to try and do, which I've, as you can probably tell, been putting off here a little bit, supercomputers. But why am I putting it off? Well, let's have a quick look at the recipes here. So preferably, I don't want to use any sulfur for any of my projects. And this final recipe does, so I don't want to use that. We come down to these two. I also don't want to be using too many quartz, so already this is looking not too bad. It consumes a ton of water, but it is what it is. Copper, not too bad. Iron, really freaking good. Caterium, they're both the exact same. Crude oil, nothing. Bauxite. This consumes 336 bauxite per minute, and that's this recipe here, isn't it? And that's to make our heat sinks. However, is this an actual good recipe for our heat sinks? I like this implication. I don't dislike that. I changed this around though, so I do have to change that slightly. But regardless, that's still a lot of bauxite, but we've still got 200 left. Where's the rest of it going? Over here. Okay. Right. Is there anything else I'll be changing with this recipe? Let's see. So quartz crystals, that's fine. Quick wire, I will be adding in the copper ingots there. Make it a bit easier. Silica, completely fine. Yep, that's fine. Yep. Maybe change. Definitely change. That's okay. Stated that's gonna completely change. Yep. Rotors, you're not too bad, but I believe there's a better recipe, so you're probably going to change as well. You're fine. You're probably going to change a little bit as well. Okay. Shave that trash? Oh, no, I like my little beard. It's my massive Viking beard, as you can see. So I might end up going with this recipe. I do want to change a couple of things around. Nitrogen, like, oh, everything's going to be like roughly the same though. Bauxite's going to be roughly the same. Nitrogen's going to be roughly the same. Deuterium's going to be the exact same. Actually, no, a bit less, to be fair. What's the first recipe? This is slightly... Well, this is wrong. Oh, we're using computers here as well, aren't we? No? A supercomputer recipe that doesn't use computers. There. It does use a lot of heat sinks though. So my biggest worries with this recipe here is the bauxite. And it also does consume coal, but that's going to change to crude oil though. So what's wrong with you then? You use crude oil. Okay. Same, a lot of iron, a lot of copper, and a lot of raw quartz. Is there anything here I can do to change this? Oh, this is where it's using all the crude oil. Well, that is just going to end up changing eventually as well. That's fine, that's fine, that's going to change, that's going to change, that's fine. This is fine. That's going to change. Well, our computer recipe is going to change. That's going to change as well. That's fine. Okay. I kind of feel like the basic recipe is not dreadful. And I saved bauxite. So let's go with our basic supercomputer recipe. Like I did briefly mention there, we are going to be changing a couple things around here. After we do this, we've actually finished everything here for the biochemical sculptors, which is great. Let's get rid of you guys for now, though. Supercomputer, we're making 0.25, okay. Not too bad. And you're making 5, so we're going to divide everything here by 20. Well, that's definitely going to sweeten things up a little bit, which is quite nice. Let me just start with like this. There we go. What I'm going to try and do here is sort of like peel everything back when I've done it, which makes it a bit easier to spot if I've done something or haven't done something yet. So 20 computers, of course, you're then going to go down to... Wait. Yeah. Okay. Oh, dearie me. You're going to go to 2, right? Or 1. Because I want 0.25. So there's only 1 computer then per minute. Haven't I done that over here? Yes. Okay, well that will save me a load of time. Although that's a different recipe to this. That's okay. So get rid of that and place this in. Okay. Well, that saved me a really good amount of time there. Fantastic. Now for you lot, you're fine, you're actually not fine, so I'll come to you when I have to. But I'm going to be making 0.5 AI limiters. Divide you by 20. So I have to divide everything by 20, right? Yeah. Okay, so divide it by 10, then half that, essentially. So 2.5. 2.5 here as well. And 2.5 over there. I'll change you to 1. And then change 14 divided by 20. 0.7. It's not too bad, actually. Okay, we then have our 200 quick wire. And I'm actually going to be changing this slightly. First of all, you're going to be 10 quick wire per minute. Yeah. And then this is actually going to change here. So, I want you to move over a little bit. Add in some copper. Copper. Ingot? Yeah, that's fine. Material ingot as well. Nice. Might have to give you a bit more space here, though. That. Oh, that didn't work. Hello. Thank you. And you're then going to go over here. Okay, yeah, you definitely need a lot more room than this. That's fine. Luckily, we've got room to spare. Quite a lot of it, in fact, so that's good. It'd be disastrous if we didn't. We're then going to go over here. And copy and paste this. Let's change the word of you to copper. Copper. No, copper. Oh, we've been live now for over an hour. Crazy. I do want to try and get this done. Like, this should be the most difficult part, but we're technically already halfway through it. I know we've cheesed our way massively with that, but we got lucky. I've already done the calculation. There's no point in doing it again. I don't think I need you, do I? Okay, so let's do this very quickly. And just to make sure, that was 200. 200 divided by 20 is indeed 10, but... I mean, I don't trust myself. Okay, good. Well done, me. Round of applause. 10 quick wire. Yep, okay, good. Is 0.84 Caterium ingots. That's essentially, like, nothing. That's fantastic, that is. Very happy with that. And with copper, it's 4.2. Okay. Now let's figure this out. So we need 0.84. Oh, okay, that's actually, like, nothing. Wow. 7%. Wow. That's 1.67 Caterium. Wow. Or 6.8 even. Where did I get that 7 from? Then water-wise, it's 1.7. In fact, yeah, let's do 1.7 for both, honestly. Yeah, a bit easier. Okay, now we have to move on to copper. Need 1.7 copper. Wow. Really? Okay. And then 1.2 water. That is super freaking easy. Fantastic. Now, that is our AI limiters done. Which seems about right, to be fair. Have I already done AI limiters? No. Regardless though, that does seem correct, so I'm quite happy with that. Okay, next we've got ourselves our high-speed connectors. We're going to, again, divided everything here by 20, which is interesting. In fact, I'll keep that there for you lot. I'll open up this. There we go. 450 divided by 20. It should be, quick guess, 45 divided by 2. Damn, 22.5. There we go. Wow, I can do maths, everybody. Increase the size of you. Okay. And then what I want to try and do is get rid of that, and that. And copy and paste you over. Essentially, this is what we're doing again, right? Wouldn't mind a bit more room, though. So again, I am going to ask you to give me a small donation of £50 million to move over there. Once again, I'm asking for a donation. Is that how the meme goes? I don't know. The Bill Clinton meme. Right, 22.5 quick wire. That's not too bad. In fact, what I could just do is double that, then add a quarter. Okay. Double this. 0.84 times by 2.25. And that should give us, yep, what we need. Okay. Fairly easy, right? 4.2 times by 2 is 8.4 plus a quarter of... Oh, I can't know. Can't be asked. .45. I would have got there, but time, everybody, time. That's 9.5 per minute. It's not too bad. Okay, regarding our Caterium, that is 3.825. I'll just go with like 3.9, honestly. Even 4, yeah. And 1.2 times by 2.25. Okay, that is then 2.7. Yeah. Okay, so that's that then done. 15 divided by 20 is going to give us 0.75. There we go. Re-add you back over there if I can. Then I have to do 188. There's no way I can make this any easier. Divided by 20. What? I had times. I was going to say 3,760. I think not. .4. Okay. Hopefully I should be able to get this done today. I don't see why I can't. It does take time, unfortunately. It does. I think it'll be worth it. This is something I've been wanting to do now for quite a long time, and bear in mind, again, this is the easiest one to do out of the 4 of them. So, I am quite happy to be doing this today. It also gives you like a behind the scenes of how I make my best recipe videos. And this is how I do them. As you can imagine, they take a very long time to make. I know I do sometimes say that in the videos. I don't mention it too much though, because who cares? 2.25. No. Yeah, they definitely do take a while. I am happy with the outcome of them though. I think the outcome is often pretty good. Of course, again, without me doing that series, there's many different recipes I wouldn't have realize are actually good. It's the same, 1.65. When it comes to copper, ooh. That's 0.66, okay. I mean, again, nothing. You're literally using less than 1 copper ore per minute. For this part, at least. I'm sure it's not quite as nice later on. And they will eventually add up. As dumb as it sounds, they do add up. And it can be pretty interesting. Ah, water. There we go. In fact, there we go. $1.67. Did I just calculate that? 1.65 divided by 20. $0.08. Wow. And that's just 1. Okay. I think I did that as well. So that's circuit boards done. And again, that does seem correct. Let's just make sure everything is pretty good here. So, circuit board 0.75. Let's double check this. Yep, it's perfect. Great. The next thing that we then have to try and tackle, and I believe the final thing, damn, is this. Our plastic. Which shouldn't be that bad. 140 divided by 20. Good, it is 7. You're then going to be 3.5. Because you're always going to be half of that. Then you're also going to be 3.5, because again, you're always half of that. You, again, are going to be 3.5. You are going to be 1.5, 1.75. Would you just double check that though? Fantastic. And for rubber, what do we get as a byproduct from 3.5 rubber? I cannot wait to be disappointed. I mean, thrilled with what this number is going to be. Where even is it? This one? Yep. No. No. Where is it? All right. No. This one. Got there in the end. It is. No, it's not that one. No, it is. 3.5. Okay. So you actually end up getting 1.75 heavy ore residue as a byproduct, which is so awesome. We then need to do 105 divided by 20, which should be around 4.04. 5.25. Oh yeah. There we go. That is it. That is how you make 0.25 supercomputers. Let's just double check though to make sure everything is definitely okay. And judging by the resources needed, we make this in the manufacturer. One computer, yep. 0. Yep. Yep. Yep, okay, yep. All I've got to do now is just add everything together. In fact, honestly, I might even add up the computers separately. Because we've calculated 1 computer per minute with the new recipe that I really like. I don't think it's new in the game, it's just new for me personally. New personal use. There we go. Okay. Let's do this then. The only downside is that we are going to be consuming quite a lot of crude oil. It might not look like it right now, but eventually it does add up. It's alright. You're going to go over here. You are then going to go like that. Yeah. And you're going to then change to computers 1 per minute. I thought that's quite important to try and do. Where is it? Let's copy and paste. Actually, I might as well do this one. Give us some more room to work with. So this recipe requires crude oil, yep. Cerium, yep. Copper, yep. And raw quartz, okay. And of course water as well. That's not great, but it is what it is. You shouldn't be consuming much of it though. 4.5, that's still correct. Then Cerium is 6. Copper 4. Raw quartz 6. Water 11.5. 17.5. 20.5. And then we are getting, this should not be correct, 1.5. No, it should be the exact same. No, that is. Yeah, that's completely fine. Okay. So to make 1 computer per minute, these are all the resources we need, which is actually not bad at all. I'll take that. It's a lot of it's a lot of different types of resources, like what I said before, but in regards of resource quantity, it's actually really freaking good. I'll take that. I do have to paint you a slight greyish colour though, unfortunately. So then I have to try and do all this. There we go. So then going to go over there. And then grab this. And put you there. Okay. Great. So why have you done that? No, all the way. Better. So reduce the size of that there a little bit. So that's everything I wanted to try and do. I do also want to try and add up everything here as well, resource-wise. Yep, we'll do that. Your computer 1 per minute. Great. I'm now going to bring you over here. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Everything here. Like so. Why not get any polymer resin as a byproduct from here? Why not? I think it's because... Yeah. I don't think I actually get polymer resin as a byproduct here. I'm not creating heavy oil residue here anymore. I'm getting it from that. Oh, that's ruined my day. My 0.75 polymer resin. What am I going to do now? Get rid of this. Okay, the rest of it is actually completely fine now. So we are consuming all of that, plus nothing. Okay, the numbers are of course going to increase, but we're not consuming any other resource, like additional resource. Okay. I just unplugged my headset. Cool. I am such a pro streamer. Like, holy moly. I think I've done that every stream now for the past week. I know today's Monday. I mean, last week. We're starting that trend again today for this week. Deary me. Okay, so let's start with crude oil then. We've got 4.5 plus 5.25. 9.75. I know, my brain had to, like, work overtime for that one. I'm very proud of myself. Good job, brain. Next, we have Caterium. Okie dokie. 6 from over there. 7.7. Ugh. $11.7. Was that it? I literally started. Okay, wow. I thought there was going to be more there. I mean, I'm happy there's not. Copper. Okay, copper there will be quite a lot. I know that. 4. 5. 6.7. 10.7. 11.4. Yeah. Is that it? 11.4 again? Wait, how are we using the exact same amount? Oh, wait, what? No, I don't believe that. Serum should be a lot. No, I think that's actually fine, yeah. That's just a weird coincidence, I think. Okay, fair enough. Raw quartz 1. 6.7. 12.7. This is so cheap. What the hell? Although, wait, to be fair, I'm making like 0.25 answer. Okay, I'm literally making a quarter of one. So I suppose that is the reason as to why it's so cheap. Water. Oh, Lord, give me strength. Here we go. Zoom out there. 3.5 plus. 0.1 plus 0.5. 2.7. 4. I'm so happy we've almost finished this, by the way. Like, wait, what? Did I press enter? Plus 4. Ah. Don't press enter. But yeah, I'm so happy we've almost finished this, because I've been wanting to do this now, like, off camera for ages. I just never got around to doing it. Either I just couldn't be asked, or I didn't want to. And I never force myself to do things I don't want to when it comes to YouTube. Because then I feel like it's not a hobby anymore, it's more of a job, and I don't want it to feel like that. So why are we consuming so much water here then? Oh, it just adds up. Okay, fair. So in total that's 37.4. 37.4. And that is for supercomputer 0.25. That is... Okay, let's just times everything by 4. That's one supercomputer. That's roughly 40 crude oil, which is quite a lot. 40 Caterium ore, not that bad. 40 copper, really good. About 50 raw quartz. A bit more, that's not terrible. Water, we're looking at under 120. Just about. No. More. Almost 150. Almost exactly 150. Not bad. You can still do that with one water extractor overclocked by one power shard. Make one supercomputer. Which, again, we're talking about supercomputers here. So, yeah, 40 crude oil is a lot. And, 50 raw quartz is a lot. Yeah. But it's a supercomputer. This is not an early game item at all. So in total, it's not that bad. Crude oil, you can probably try and make it a bit cheaper. I will be. Essentially, the recipe I use for my crude oil, my rubber and my plastic, it's a lot cheaper when you start to mass produce these items. And I will be mass producing them, so that shouldn't be too bad. Deuterium, it is what it is. It saves you from using other things, and I'm okay with doing that. Copper, I'm actually not using copper for like a lot of things. In fact, if we just show this again. For example, wire and cable, I'm not using any copper, I'm using iron for them. Which is huge, that's a big difference there. Sound fluctuator, I should be using copper, I'm not, I'm using iron. Roses and stators, I could be using copper, I think, for stators, but I'm not. So, eventually these things add up, and before you know it, I'm consuming quite a lot of iron. So I don't mind when a recipe consumes more copper than iron sometimes, because I'm using my iron someplace else. The final thing that I then got to try and do here now is copy that. Also move you guys like closer together now as well. What of that? Did I not change this? We're making what, 0.5? Yeah. Okay. First of all, you are okay. You're gonna go like there, because why not? You can then, no. You can then come over. Because you're actually okay there. You can then come up to there. Yep. Then grab this and move you lots. Yeah. Brilliant. No. And try and make you straight if I can. Okay. Like I was saying earlier, I still want to try and add up all these things though. So you plus that plus that. Yep. Not too bad. Is that straight? Yeah, that's okay. And you. Plus the 5 water as well from up there. If I add it onto here, it'll make it a bit easier. Is that it? Just 3 lists? Damn. Adaptive control unit. Yeah. Supercomputer. Yeah, because that also includes the regular computer. And that. Okay, yeah. That's all I need. Brilliant. So let's start then with the crude oil. Move you up like so. When it comes to crude oil, we are consuming, say, 14.25. Very decent there. Wow. This is for 1 biochemical sculptor per minute. Really? Again, just quick check here. 4.5. 9. 9. 10. 14 point... Yeah. Bloody hell, that's nothing. And again, we can make that cheaper in theory. Ethereum. 17.4. Okay, a lot more than that. 17.4 plus 54. $71.4. Okay. Okay. It's not bad, it's just that, isn't it? Really. Copper, we are looking at 0.6. 17.6. Raw quartz. 22. That is such a nice round number. I'm actually astonished. Like, generally astonished. Iron ore. This is going to be quite a lot. Oh, no, it's just... Okay. And why is it so high again? There's one thing in it. In it, bruv. That was so high. Wasn't there? 16th. Oh, no, it's just a bunch of different things combined, really. Yeah. But again, I'm completely fine with that. A lot of our recipes are just iron orientated, so that's completely okay. Limestone, 18.2. A minute. And water, Lord give me strength. 37.5. 59. 185. Well, it's 184.9, but I mean, I'm just going to round that up. There we have it. In total, this is what we are looking at to create one biochemical sculptor per minute. This is everything that we need. 14.25 crude oil, 71.4 deuterium, 17.6 copper ore, 22 raw quartz, 73.5 iron ore, 18.2 limestone, and 185 water per minute. I think that's really good. And that's using all the recipes I quite like. Which shouldn't be much of a challenge. So, when it comes to, like, fixite trigons, I'm probably gonna end up having some sort of, like, SAM fixite factory going, because I think it will look really freaking cool. I've already got a design in mind, so, I'll probably end up doing that. I'm gonna have a rubber and plastic and polymer resin and fabric and... What's it called? The petroleum coke. All of that's gonna be in one factory, as well as, of course, making fuel, but that's, you know... I'm gonna have a quick-wire factory. Most likely, at least. Circuit boards, I'll probably pair with a couple other things as well. I'll definitely pair this with a couple other things, to be honest. Circuit boards again. Modular frames gonna be in our iron factory. Steel pipe in our iron factory. Encased industrial beam. Looking at this now, I'll probably add like a extension right next to our iron factory for encased industrial beams, because look what it needs. Iron, limestone. So I might as well just, like, build my iron factory, and a bit like the greenhouse in Hogwarts, just add it on as an extension. I've been playing way too much Hogwarts Legacy. Oh my god. But you know what I mean. Build a building. Wow. Build a building right next to it. Concrete. In fact, that actually makes sense. If I build my concrete factory, which will be bloody massive, hopefully. I'm looking forward to that. Right next to my iron factory, which is where I make all my iron products. Then have like a small building in between where I then make my encased industrial pipes. Well, encased industrial beams using encased industrial pipes. Stators, going to be part of the iron factory. Cable, part of the iron factory. In fact, hey. Automated wiring just uses iron because of the recipes I'm using. So then I'll make automated wiring in my iron factory. Oh my days, bro. This iron factory is going to be nuts. Rubber, I've already talked about that, part of my plastic factory. In fact, computers. Am I going to make computers in one area? I don't know. I'm undecided. AI limiters. Nah. High-speed connectors. No. Because again, this involves raw quartz and water and copper and caterium, so probably not. And again, part of the plastic factory. So really, this is actually very simple. I don't want that one. I want the shape. There we go. I'll add you to there. Bring you down a little bit. There we go. There we go. In fact, I don't want to get rid of that, because that takes up quite a lot of this screen here. Can I not make it any smaller? No, I have to upgrade. No. No. Okay. Because I do kind of need a frame in here, if I'm honest. I'll add you like this. Perfect. I'll then probably get rid of that back. Yeah, we'll do it. I kind of like it though. Let's see. Center back. I think I will end up getting rid of this. It just obstructs way too much of the actual, like, page. Besides, if I want to know what it is, I can just zoom in and be like, oh, okay, well, there you go. Did I spell that wrong? Looks fine. It is correct. Okay, I did spell it correct. I'd have spotted that by now if it was wrong. Although sometimes it does slip through. And there we have it. That took us just under 2 hours. And this is the easiest part. Not to mention I copied and pasted my computer recipe from here to here because it's kind of what I want. So I might as well get rid of this then, right? Yeah. Okay. Overall, though, I am indeed very, very happy with that. I do want to move this right to the very bottom corner, though. Yep. Fantastic. Turbo motors. I do want to try and touch turbo motors in one of these episodes. I don't know when that's going to be, so don't ask, don't do it. But, yeah, that shouldn't be too bad, hopefully. I want to keep that there for now. So what can I try and do? Well, tomorrow I want to try and do some actual Satisfactory stuff, like actual Satisfactory gameplay. Because I won't have a video out for a while now. I've got nothing planned. Well, no, I do have something planned, it's just going to take ages to do. You're not at the very back. There we go, that's better. Did I get rid of that? How did I do that? Oh. It's all broken. I just broke absolutely everything I've just done. Maybe don't do that. Where's my computers? What? Why is that just gone? Welcome, Drake. Yeah, but it's fun. When it doesn't delete itself. That's quite a lot of work gone, so let's try and get it back if we can. I think it's that. The undo button doesn't work sometimes. It only undoes a couple things, not everything you want it to. Okay, that should be fine. have no idea why it did that. Oh, what the hell? Broken that as well. That's weird. There we go. That's fine as well. I don't know why that's cut through that. Oh well. Now that's got rid of that. Now it's got rid of everything. There we go. Okay. Now it's got rid of that. How weird. Oh well. Everything should be here though. No, everything here is now glitched. Okay, so what's happened now? So why have we done that then? So I think you go over to there. You then go around to here. But now you're not lined up with each other anymore. Okay. Is that it? No, you're also bugged. Okay. There we go. Everything else now should be fine. Great. So if I just double check my computer recipe, since now I think it's bugged again. Yeah, it's disappeared. Supercomputers. Yep, okay. Now it should all be okay. Great. For our next episode, what do I want to try and tackle now? We've got the easiest one out of the way with. I can try and build a building. Nah, it's too simple. Neuroquantum processor. There's only one recipe for that though. I need that to make this. Oh my days. This is ridiculous. This is actually ridiculous. This is going to be important as well. It's not even a space elevator part. Mad. And this thing's going to be nuts. I'm not even going to, nah. So I suppose this is next. I mean, that's not awful. Do I even have a recipe yet for this electromagnetic connection rod? Or control unit even? Or rods? I don't think so. Try and figure that one out then. That could be another video though. Like actually trying to find the best recipe for them too. Suppose it comes down to the AI limiters. For this, you don't have to use plastic, which is good. So in that case, it's going to require iron and iron, copper, caterium. Okay. Not bad. And this one's then going to require iron, caterium, iron, copper, and raw quartz. more raw quartz here as well. So that's definitely going to be part of the same video then. I want to try and do a separate video on circuit boards. This is my next video most likely. Or my next best recipe video. Maybe I'll work on something else in between. I've already got a script ready for a 1.1 video, so I might do that. Then this would be after that. AI limiters I'll probably cover in the same video, because this is just not long enough to make a video about. It would be like 2 minutes long, a bit boring. Actually, I still could, in theory. Yeah, you know what, if I do make a dedicated video to AI limiters, it might not be as popular. It might be a lot shorter than the rest. However, it will allow me to go into more detail, and at least people will be able to click on it and know what they're going to get out of it. So that's good then. And after I do that video, I'll then do high-speed connectors. The thing is, I could combine them both into the same video. But I think the title will be too long. Like, best high-speed connector plus AI limiter recipe in Satisfactory 1.0. That's like a sentence, that's not a title. We'll see where that goes, I suppose. I also want to try and do a video where I compare different ammo types as well. Oh, it's expensive. Damn. Yeah, we've got lots of ideas. Hopefully some of them will actually happen. Again, I'll try and get that 1.1 video, or 1.0, 1.1 video out. Boxing Day? What day is it today? 22nd? 23rd, damn. Yeah, we'll see how that goes then, I suppose. Yeah, regardless, thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Thank you for the 10 likes on today's live stream. Whoa, we peaked at 28 viewers. Holy moly. Thank you very much, everyone. I did not realize today's stream was so popular. Because whenever I stream, I don't look at viewer numbers and all that. But we hit double digits with likes, and we peaked at almost, I think, no, my highest ever live audience. Damn. We'll do more of these streams. But no, thank you guys very much for tuning in. I hope that a few of you guys did enjoy it. Welcome, Metza. Hope that you're doing good. You'll be interested in an ammo video. Usually just stick to the homing ammo. Yeah, I'll probably end up doing that then, because I know some people do like the weapons element of Satisfactory. So I'll do something for the Nobelisks. I'll do something for the rebar ammo and the rifle ammo. I think I'll most likely do them in the next year as well. So in 2025, I'll do them 3 videos. Probably not all at once, but I'll do one of them, then like a best recipe video, then another one, then a best recipe video. Just to try and space everything out nice and equally. But yeah, I'll make that. If it's something that people are interested in, absolutely. And welcome, Gizmo. hope that you're doing good as well, man. Have a good one. Yeah, you too. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. Have an amazing rest of your day. And remember, Godspeed.